Good day. This is Erica May Baclohan, the first reporter of the group. So, as we all know, Filipino nationalism starts a very long time ago. But today, we will be learning the further progress of Filipino nationalism. Going back to 1760s and 1820s, the term Filipino originally referred to the Spanish of the Philippines, and moving forward during the Spanish colonization, where it brought us the economy, education, and circularization of parishes. Filipino nationalism refers to the establish and support of the political identity associated with the modern nation state of the Philippines, leading by the wide ranging campaign of political, social, and economic freedom in the Philippines. So, my topic is based on the continuation of secularization of parishes. Further progress of Filipino nationalism, 1820s to 1860s. At this stage, the Creoles slowly introduced their own reforms. Parishes began to have native priests. At the time of Archbishop Sancho, the Philippines was given representation in the Spanish Cortes 3 times. At last time was from 1836 to 1837. So, kanina era, kay nagpatukod na ang simbahan o nagpatukod na sila simbahan and naanay mga native priests. And this native priests, kay na gitrain ni sila ni Archbishop Sancho to be a priest. Then, abot sa time, ang anay mga himagsikan headed by the Captain Andres Novalis, caused by an order of the Spain, and mausad ang nga time that people are shouting for the long-live independence. And then, such a time nga na withdraw na ang himagsikan because of the new officials. So, nailista na sila mga officials, then mauto nahunong na sad ang revolution. So, here is the economic developments. Economic developments also did a part in making up the shape of Filipino nationalism. Before the opening Manila of the foreign trade, the Spanish authorized discouraged foreign merchants from residing to the colony and engaging in business. In 1823, Governor General Mariano Ricafort promulgated an edict prohibiting foreign merchants from engaging in retail trade and visiting the province for the purpose of trade. However, by the royal decree of September 6, 1834, the privilege of the company were abolished and the port of Manila was open to trade. So, here is the painting of Spanish galleon. This Spanish galleon kay mao nila ilang gamiton sa pag-export and import sa mga trades nga ilang mga baligya from Filipinas to Espanya. The economic development before until right now kay nadala dyan nila ang mindset nga kung naa kay yung kagaling negosyo kay dili jud ka mahotdag kwarta bisan og piso pa na siya. Naa jud kay makot sa imong bulsa. Then shortly after nahimo na-open ang port sa Philippines. Like sa Iloilo na port, Zamboanga, Pangasinan, Tacloban, and of course, Cebu City. Like sa Japan, nakakita po sila ang mga Japanese people, nakita po nila sa Philippines nga paspas siya daw kayo ang economy and social transformation. And diha na nag-start ang pag-visit sa mga foreigners sa Filipinas. And that will be all for my report. Thank you. Next reporter, please.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Shalini D. Balili, and I am the second reporter. And my assigned topic is the first propaganda movement on 1860 to 1872. So the propaganda movement was a period of time when the native Filipinos were calling for reforms. Padre Pilais Y. Sebastian was a Filipino servant of God, Catholic priest who favored the rights for Filipino clergy. In the early 19th century, Pilais fought for the secularization of Filipino priests and is considered the godfather of the Philippine Revolution. His cause towards beatification and underway, leaving him the current title as a servant. So, ang cause sa pagkamatay ni Pedro Pilais is ang earthquake nga nahitabo noong June 3, 1863 during the Feast of Corpus Christi. And the ideology would be carried by his more militant disciple, Jose Burgos. So si Burgos, muna siya ang Filipino Catholic priest and a leader of secularization movement. So, in 1860s, demonstration became the norm in Manila. Padre Jose Burgos and Joaquin Pardo de Tavera lead the demonstration at the Plaza de Santa Potenciana. The demo cry was a Viva Filipinas para los Filipinos. And in November 1870, a student movement denounced as a riot or mutiny at the University of Santo Tomas formed a committee to demand reforms on the school and its curricula. It later announced support of the Philippine autonomy and recognition of the Philippines as a province of Spain. The committee was headed by Felipe Bensemino. Thank you.
So, my assigned topic is about Carlos Maria de la Torre. So, another event in history created an impact on Filipino nationalism during this period. Before 1869, the route through the Cape of Good Hope proved to be the shortest available journey to Europe by Indians and Creoles alike. So, tungkol sa Cape of Good Hope, napatunayan nga mas pinakadali daw ang pag-travel sa Europe ng mga Indio at mga Creoles. So, the journey takes 3 months travel to sea. On November 17, 1869, the Suez Canal opened after 10 years of construction work. At its advent, the journey from the Philippines to Spain was further reduced to 1 month. So pag-open sa Suez Canal, ang pag-travel gikan sa Pilipinas padung sa Espanya kay nabawasan og 1 ka buwan. This allowed a much faster spread of European ideology and an increase of Filipino presence in Europe itself. The propaganda movement would later benefit from the Suez Canal for the shorter route it provided. So, ang kaning example aning Suez Canal diri sa Cebu is ang kaning butang talang kaning kan CCLEX. So, pag open sa CCLEX is ang mga taga Cordova is katong mga tao nga nagtrabaho sa Cebu City nga nagapuyo sa Cordova is mas napadali na lang ilang pag-travel padung sa Cebu City kay naraman ang CCLEX, ang bridge. Unlike before nga wala pa ang Cordova is ang CCLEX nga nahimo is take time pagid sila para mo travel padung sa Cebu City. So, mana siya. So, The second propaganda movement in 1872 to 1892. The, the event of 1872, however, invited the other colored section of the Ilustrados intellectual enlightened class, the growing middle class, natives, to at least do something to present the Crowell's ideas, saying the impossibility of a revolution against Izquierdo and Governor General's brutal reign convinced the Ilustrados to get out of the Philippines, continue propaganda in Europe. The propaganda is mainly aimed for representation of the Philippines in the Cortes Generals, secularization of the clergy, and legalization of Spanish and Filipino equally, among others. Their main work was the newspaper called La Solidaridad or Solidarity, which was the first published at Barcelona on December 13, 1888. Rizal, the foremost figure of the propagandist, created the famous niya na ang No Limitangere, published in 1887, and El Filibusterismo, published in 1891. It wrote the increasing anti-Spanish or peninsularist sentiments, the island, and pushed the people towards revolution rather than discourage them that a revolution was not the solution for independence. Thank you.
Post-propaganda era and Philippine Revolution. By July 1892, Rizal returned to the Philippines and established a progressive organization he called the La Liga Filipina, the Philippine League. However, the organization collapsed after Rizal's arrest and deportation to the Pitan on July 7. At the same day, a Philippine Revolutionary Society was founded by Ilustrados led by Andres Bonifacio, Deodato Arellano, Ladislao Diwa, Teodoro Plata, and Valentin Diaz. The main aim of the organization, named Katipunan, was to win Philippine independence through a revolution and establish a republic. Thereafter, the rise of the Katipunan signaled the end of peaceful propaganda for reforms. Philippine Revolution. The Katipunan reached an overwhelming membership and attracted almost the lowly of the Filipino class. In June 1896, Bonifacio sent an emissary to the Pitan to reach Rizal's support, but the latter refused for an armed revolution on August 19, 1896. Katipunan was discovered by a Spanish friar who started the Philippine Revolution. The revolution flared up initially into the 8 provinces of Central Luzon. General Emilio Aguinaldo, a member of the Katipunan, spread an armed resistance through southern Tagalog region, where he liberated Cavite towns little by little. Leadership conflicts between Bonifacio and Aguinaldo culminated in the Imus Assembly in December 1896 and Tejeros Convention in March 1897. Aguinaldo was elected in absentia as president of an insurgent revolutionary government by the Tejeros Convention. Bonifacio, acting as a Supremo of the Katipunan, declared the convention proceedings void and attempted to reassert leadership of the revolution. In late April, Aguinaldo fully assumed presidential office after consolidating his position with revolutionary leaders. Aguinaldo government then ordered the arrest of Bonifacio, who stood trial on charges of sedition and treason against Aguinaldo's government and conspiracy to murder Aguinaldo, resulting in his conviction and execution. In December 1897, Aguinaldo agreed to the Pact of the Act Nabato with the Spanish colonial government. Aguinaldo and his revolutionary leadership were exiled to Hong Kong. However, not all of the revolutionary generals complied with the agreement. One general, Francisco Macabolos, established a central executive committee to serve as the interim government until a more suitable one was created.